Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick update on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. For those of you that have been following my coverage, you already know that I think this is one of the best phones ever made. However, it isn't perfect, and just recently news broke that users have been experiencing burn-in on this device, specifically in conjunction with the official Samsung S View flip cover case. Now granted, this is the one for the Note 10 Plus, but I did use it for at least 6 or 7 months without issue. And what users have been reporting is that they're getting burn-in right here along the transparency, essentially where you get your notifications, date, time, all of that good stuff. And basically they've been reporting that once they stop using the case, the burn-in resolves itself. So the question becomes, why is this happening? Now, there has been no official word from Samsung, and of course, all I can do is look at what has changed. And when you look at the Note 10 Plus versus this phone, not only did the screen get larger, but we also got that 120 hertz refresh rate. In addition to that, you have to look at the S20 Ultra, which has not had this problem, but there is a difference in the panel being used here versus the S20 Ultra. No matter how many people like to say it's essentially the same phone with a pen and a slightly tweaked camera array, the reality is that the Note 20 Ultra does have a curved display, whereas the display on the S20 Ultra is flat. So I'm not sure, like everyone else reporting on this right now, why the Note 20 Ultra is having the problem that it is, specifically with the S View flip cover, but I'm doing this as a form of public service announcement because until we do hear something from Samsung, I would recommend everyone stay away from this case. Now, this was never personally a favorite of mine, although I do like how clean the design is, and it does give you protection, but it bulks up the phone, and if it's going to create burn-in, well then it is pretty much a kiss of death. So, the PSA is not just about the burn-in that is potentially being created by the S View flip cover, but also a reiteration of two better alternatives. Now, I have a Poetic case here that I covered in an unboxing, and I also have the Samsung Rugged. Of course, the Poetic is about half the price, the Rugged 40, the Poetic, I believe it's a little under 20, it might be 17 US dollars. Both are going to give you very good protection. Of course, they're not going to cover the display, but if you do use something like the Whitestone Dome glass screen protector that I have installed, then you're pretty much good to go. And yeah, you won't have the functionality of the S View flip cover style case, but right now with that news breaking, and I literally just read about this about 30 minutes ago, that's a pretty big problem if it is as widespread as indicated. So we'll see how this pans out. Hopefully this is something to do with a change in the case and not a hardware issue. It's hard for me to believe that it's a hardware issue rather than something to do with the way the case and the hardware are behaving when interacting, essentially. So, especially since users are reporting that the problem is resolving itself with time, essentially once they stop using the flip cover. So, again, do yourself a favor, avoid the S View flip cover case for now until we get something official from Samsung, and just pick up any case that really fits your needs in terms of protection and aesthetic. I think these are great. I also am a really big fan of, the very simple Pitaka style case that I covered as well. This is much more expensive, but very low profile and is magnetic, of course, to work with Pitaka's charging base system. At any rate, let's try to avoid burning in the phone. And for those of you who are going to say, well, OLEDs always burn in. Actually, I've only had one phone with an AMOLED display that burned in, and that was my original Pixel. And I've been rocking AMOLED displays now since they became available on consumer devices. This goes all the way back to my old iRiver products. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but right now it appears it is happening as a result of the S View flip cover. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe and please stay safe. Later.